Hello there, guys, and welcome to the 149th episode of the Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. Last episode, we did some good progress on our thaumaturge leveling. So, here, I want to... Oh, you know what? I want to do a couple of things. Let's see. Let's get ourselves... Here we go. There we go. Go here. Let's see. Level 70, this one below level 25. So we no longer are getting a bonus from this one. Perfect. Okay. Should be pretty straightforward. Okay, let's see, cotton bowl. Let's slash iSearch. Let's just check for our prerequisite crafts here. Start with ash lumber. Search for item. Glamour dresser, okay. Okay, lengths of lumber. Search for item. And we have one in our inventory, actually. So we need one length of ash lumber. And we have that right there. Perfect, okay. So we don't need that. Now walnut lumber. I search walnut. Okay, we have one in Uyulo, so we can mark off that. Here, with that though, let's head to Uldok to be able to grab the stuff out while we go. Steel ingot, I'm sure we have some of those. I think that's actually 4 of them right here. That's iron ingot. Cobalt steel, 1 steel ingot, and I need 2. Do we have more? I search steel. We have more than enough of those. Now we need steel rivets. We don't have steel rivets, so we'll need to make those. Silver ingots. We have 2. Okay. Amberite choker and bracelet. Already have both of those. That means we don't need the silver. Let's... We don't need the damberite or the silver, but we do still need the steel and the walnut. Okay. Clove oil. Do we have any of that? So I search clove oil. Yep, we have clove oil. We have 3, which is exactly how much we need. Okay, velveteen. Okay, let's get rubber. / I search rubber. We have 2 pieces of rubber, which is enough. Do thread / I search do. We have 3 do thread. We need 4. Let's see, do we have any undyed velveteen? / I search. Undyed velveteen. We have 3 undyed velveteen. Okay, perfect. I don't think that means we don't need any dew anyway. Cotton cloth. Undyed cotton cloth. We have 3. We have more than 3 of that. Perfect. Now we need some cotton yarn. Cotton yarn, we have some of that as well, even in our inventory already. We need some old goat leather / I search leather. Woo! Old goat leather, here we go. We have 2 in our inventory, which is not enough. But it is some of the way there. Regular leather. Have some of that. Okay, now a lapis. Okay, we don't have any lapis, so we'll need to get that. And then Eye of the Wind. And we have one of those. Beautiful. Well, that cuts down what we need by a lot. Let's see, Old Goat Skin. Do we have that? I search. Old Goat Skin. Tons of that. Okay, Dynamite Sinew. We have one of those, which is exactly what we need, and antelope horn / I search antelope. We have antelope staghorn, but we don't have antelope horns. Okay, well that cuts down our required stuff by a lot. Let's go grab all of those ingredients. And let's check here. Mission was a success. Wonderful. Okay, now let's see. We need some strength to finish this off. What if we swap out these 2? Okay, now we can lose some mental ability to gain some physical ability. Still not quite there. don't have enough physical ability here. Here, we do pest eradication here. That's a decently high level one. Sure. I'm just comprehensive training you guys. Nice. Just reassign there. And okay, here we go. Let's see. Going through them, we need ash lumber. Let's go here and reset our progress so that we can more easily check it. So in our inventory already, here, let's pull up items here. Is this mine? Yeah, this is mine. Perfect. Okay, so in my inventory already, we have our ash lumber. We have the walnut lumber? No, we do not. Read clove oil, that was one of the things here. Is that everything from her? Looks like it might have been. Okay, it does look like. Okay, perfect. So the rest of it should be with Yuyulo. Trust duplicates. Sweet. Short. Now, okay, so where is our clove oil? 3 clove oil. Now let's grab one of our ash lumber. Maple lumber, ash lumber, retrieve quantity. We want to retrieve 1. Ash lumber. Now let's get our walnut lumber. Then let's get steel ingots, iron ingots, steel ingots. Here we go. We need 2. Right? Yep. We don't have any steel rivets, do we? Bronze rivets, mithril rivets, no. Okay. Silver. Ah, yes. Let's mark our 2 danbarite things, because we do not need to make those again. Now let's grab the Eye of the Wind. Where is that? There it is. Eye of the Wind. Our 1 leather. Didn't mean to retrieve all of it, just give me 1. Bald goat leather. Oh, that's right here. Got 2 old goat leather. We still need 2 skin though. We need some Diorite sinew, which is this one right here. Now, we need 2 alumin. One rubber. Cashmere cloth. Where's our velveteen? There we go. Undyed velveteen. How much do we need? We need 3. There we go. Now I need dew thread. That's done. Cotton cloth. How much do I need of the cotton cloth? 3 total. Then cotton yarn. Now let's sort. We don't have any raw lapis. We do not. Wow, that's sad. Okay, well, let's move over some of these things. There we go. And then we'll go back. Go over to Damara. And give her marmot meat, mole meat, honey, and hammerhead shark. Wonderful. Okay, now we just need to grab a couple extra things. We need to grab an antelope horn, and we need to grab 1 lapis lazuli from North Shroud. See, the descent thing was helpful. We managed to save ourselves a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, let's teleport to North Shroud. Go towards Priestpeak. Raw lapis lazuli. Okay, there we go. And we'll just... might as well grab some extras. Okay, that's our lapis done. Now for antelope horns. We need to go to South Shroud. Thought so. switch to Samurai for shits and giggles. And head this way. More beasts in you. Oh, wind crystals. And then our final one right here. Give me that. Beautiful. And that gets us 4 antelope horns, which is everything we need. So now let's do our base crafting, which should be pretty quick and easy because there's not a lot to do. Let's go to blacksmith, steel, steel rivets, steel rivets. Over to goldsmith. Damn. Over to goldsmith. Up, and we need to go to here. Get some lapis. Beautiful. And now over to leatherworker. One leather done. And one more. Perfect. Now let's see. Let's go over to our carpenter first. And get once more our beautiful mask, as always. We have made this mask many times and we still love it dearly. Mask done. Now we the goldsmith to make our weapon. Our wind brand. Now let's switch Go back to our leather worker. Make some goat-skinned ring bands. Get some altered goatskin moccasins. Get ourselves a goatskin targe to protect our little hiney from these prickers. Beautiful. And now over to Weaver for the last bit of crafting. We need our cotton half robe. And finally, our velveteen tights. Beautiful. Okay, well that's our crafts done. Now let's switch over to our thaumaturge and unequip that. Put this here, put this here, put this here, these here. Those are already fully equipped, which is fine, and don't have any. And put this here. Equip that. Now let's put this here. There. That's our one-handed thaumaturge's brand, so that we get to equip a shield. Oh, look at us. Absolutely glorious. Update our gear set. Desynth this. No! Give me back my ring bands. Desynth those fuckers. I make better gear. Let's just pull up the Wonderful. And let's sort. And now, let's see. Quick tongue materia. Here, let's... Quick arm, quick arm. Battle dance. Put those back in the saddlebag. Meld onto our current equipment. No reason not to increase our critical hit rate. And unfortunately nothing else of a high enough level, but that's okay. So let's put the rest of these back. And sort. Beautiful. That also means faster generation of materia in the future, which is always nice. And then last thing we want to do is let's head back to Ul'dah. Entrust with items, entrust duplicates, add them in. Wonderful. Sort. Clears up some of my inventory there. Then let's go here. Go to Yuyulo. Not Damara. Oh, sorry, Damara. And give her one. And give her that. Sort. Again. And let's grab our purple dyes. And let's first do our half robe. Which one is the one that I have 3 of is the question. Great purple, okay. Well then let's do it with great. Apply that to our tights. And apply it to our mask as well. Then our ring bands. Yeah, I don't dislike it. That was good. But does one of the other ones look better? No, we definitely like Regal on here. And then finally, my moccasins. Show all the gear. Doesn't look bad. You know, actually, wait, let's... No, it's not here. Here. So let's give her back the rest of these. And then go here, and let's see if we can't put some soot black on here. I think that could look good. Die. Not bad. Not great. I think I would prefer like a dark purple. But it's not bad. So let's look at us now. I love it. Like a dark specter of death. Beautiful. Very fitting for our guy here. Okay. Now let's queue for our leveling roulette. Oh, perfect. Well, we are an adventurer in need, so extra bonuses. You'll love to see it. Now, the hidden chapter. Let's go back to Drybone. Seeing that didn't take too long. And now we have some actually decent gear for our thaumaturge, which they desperately needed. Let's see if we can find all the books of Mormo. Oh, there's one. Pitching Void Myth. You're interested in reading our Book of Mormo? Of course. It would be a pleasure to share our findings with a fellow student of the Void Center. Here's the first chapter, mine own humble contribution to our research. It tells the tale of how we became aware of the creature's existence and delves into the nature of that urn that imprisoned her fell power. Okay, last one. Where are you? I feel like, yeah, this is the place that we just checked. Let's try over here. Hey, here we go. Flustered Void Map. You wish to learn of Mormo? Right this instant, but we've barely... How did you... Well, I suppose I could spare a copy of my writing, but I've already prepared several extra sets to share with potential publishers. I can well understand your curiosity. Mormo is truly fascinating. Even among the oddities of the Void Sense, she is far too powerful to make use of the tiny holes that open between our realities, and thus must send across only her spirit to possess a corpse or some other suitable host. You'll find it all explained in the second chapter. Wonderful. And let's get a new pet. That with that beautiful little eye of the wind there. I'd love a purple gem, though, I will say. Nothing to meld. Okay, with that, let's head back to Steps of Knowledge. I love the new outfit. Absolutely gorgeous. You have the 3 chapters of the Book of Mormo. The histories unearthed in the ruins of Silda depict the suffering wrought by a singular powerful voidsent and the cunning and terrible seductress known as Mormo. With genius born of desperation, the mages of the now fallen city fashioned an urn that would drain and imprison the etheric vitality of any creature that laid a hand or claw upon it. Mormo, believing she was receiving a gift of appeasement from the beleaguered citizens, found her very essence drawn forth and trapped in the ensorcelled pot. Over the course of several centuries, the captive etheric energy was intended to weaken and dissipate, allowing any surviving descendants to safely shatter the urn and thus destroy Mormo's enervated spirit. The pot's lid was never to be opened again. To do so would release the ravenous voidsent, freeing her soul to enslave the nearest mortal vessel. As possession of this nature is irreversible, the only mercy afforded such a host should be a swift and decisive demise. Aww. This explains Mormo's fixation on thaumaturgicide. Kokobusi's body provided a little arcane sustenance for the weakened voidsent, forcing her to prey upon richer sources of ether to restore her hideous power. This morsel of information may prove most vital. In fact, it may be the only glimmer of hope our poor sibling has. Pray hand this work over to Kokobaigo. I shall be along momentarily. Oh. This is a work devoted to studying that nasty voidsent. I should hope it provides some hint of salvation. Kokobuki. These passages hold naught but misery and despair. It seems we have little choice but to employ our traditional approach. Though fraught with danger, there is one solution that promises an alternative to killing Kokobusi. If we fail, however, it will likely mean death for all of us. Who is this mad mage that possesses our eldest brother? What of avoiding the threats? Of eliminating the risk? Is that how we thaumaturges do battle? With each passing moment, Mormo draws ever closer to her full strength. It pains me to even suggest it, but we should strike now, Kokobuki, while the voidsent is yet feeble. I share that self-same sentiment. Sorrowful though it may be, we must slay our enslaved sibling, and soon. Listen, brothers, for my solution is thus. In return for releasing Kokobusi from Mormo's thrall, I will offer the voidsent the chance to glut herself on my mana. You cannot! That succubus will drain you to a lifeless husk, and such a feast will awaken all her terrible magics. The well of my power is vast. I wager Momo's thirst will be slaked before my spirit fully runs dry. And the newly enlivened voidsent, she will then face the combined wrath of Akalri and the 4 guildmasters of thaumaturgy. How can we hope to prevail against this paragon of preternatural potency? We have always avoided adversaries against whom we held no advantage. The fault lies with me. Ever have I encouraged such avoidance, and taught only the wisdom of certain victory. It is time we learned the courage to fight battles of unsure outcome. Well, we'll commence and have to go through that dialogue again, I guess. It's fine. Hey, copper bells. It's not even synced. I do love my lapis lazuli mask, though. Oh, I should pineapple juice. I know what the reason for scathe is. It's my ranged attack for when we're running. I hadn't realized. And we agreed on all of these. Nice. We decent in here. Nice. We and decent in here. Aspect Mastery 3. What does that do? Allows stacking of a second astral therapy. Third, increasing potency by 80%. Cast time for ice is half. Potency lowered by 30%. While under oven for ice 3, 1,000 NP is recovered. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's switch over and start doing some serious damage. This one deals fire damage of 290 potency and grants 3 astral fire, removes umbral ice. Oh, that's a nice starter then. Get me fully into the... Hell yeah. It's huge damage. It's a long cast, though. Okay. Beautiful. GG, thank you for party. Woo! Look at that. A lot of XP right there. Honor you. Greed. Greed. And need. And I got a player combination. Look at me go. Decent. Hey, nice, some demi materia. Open up and put my clear demi materia in there.
It is you, Akulri, that I asked to instruct us. There is yet one chapter left in the Yawning Abyss, one that is customarily hidden from newer members. Undertake the trial found within and show my brothers what it means to be brave. How can you ask such a thing of poor Akulri, when even his guildmaster have yet to attempt such a ghastly test? The arcane might you all possess is far greater than you believe. Akulri, once you deem yourself prepared for the lesson of the true final chapter, meet us in the hallowed hall of Thal's Respite.
Okay. Where's that? Oh yeah, what level am I now? 38. Hell yeah. Q for leveling. Just in case we pop in. Gears falling behind a little bit, but what can you do? Yeah, we'll equip these. Fine. Yeah, that brings us up 3 levels in average item level, which is not bad. Oh. Look at that. Very quick queue. Oh, and it's a quick and easy fight. Hell yeah. Can't complain about that. Let's do this, type. Let's fire 3. Did we lose our healer? We lost our healer. That's not great. Man, I wish I had heals right now. Okay, there I go. Storm's Path heal, dude. There you go. And now he's getting crucified. And there we go. Okay, let's try this again. shattered. Wonderful. Look at that. Now we try this again. And this time, we don't die. GG, thank you for party. Didn't even level up. I got 100 XP. Wow. How lovely. Extract our materia. And then let's repair all. Bring us up to nearly 200 there. And what is this one? Determination. No, I don't know what that does. We'll add that to our bag. Oh shit. Wait. Leave. Let's redo that.
I regret to have to drag you into our family troubles. But I am confident that with the many and terrible trials you have bested already, you will prevail once more. The hidden chapter of the Yawning Abyss presents a trial that challenges the accumulated knowledge and skills of a single thaumaturge. You must employ all the tools at your disposal if you are to seize victory this day. Let the trial commence. I cannot stop shaking. But I think this may actually be excitement. Do you see now, my brothers? With the primal energies of thaumaturgy at your command, there is no threat which you cannot overcome. Perhaps there is a chance to save Kokobusi. I need to reconsider some of my strategies. It seems we have been wasting our potential. I would never have believed it possible for a mage to show such courage and live. What a wonder Akulri was. I feel my fingers itching to fling fire with a fury. Imagine, my siblings, what towering enemies you might topple should you stand firm together. Thank you, Akulri. Your inspiring display of magecraft has set the minds of my brothers reeling with new possibilities. Let us now return to the guild and discuss what is to come. Okay.
Let's see, both in dry bone. Let's grab those then. Here, let's go to our user macros. Copy, paste, change it to that, make it number 11, and HUD layout. Let's head in and we'll finish doing what we were doing in a second.
Oh, nice!
Gray Fox Long Stop. We haven't done that one in a while. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, Black Mage.
What? Bastard! You bitch! How dare you?
Stop it. God damn it. Alright, here we go. Hey, Peculiar Light. I have that spell. Okay, got to be destroyed. Go. Oh, Lord. Need on that. Hey, level up to level 40. GG, thank you for party. Let's greed on all of these. Player accommodation, our black mage buddy. Let's use this. Desynth it. No. I want to desynth it. Nice. Yeah, level 40. Bring out your dead is not bad. At all. For having just unlocked it a couple episodes ago. Let's head back to Ul'dah. Don't know why we're flying. And okay, so let's go and turn in. Let's start another set of trainings over here. Perfect. And now let's head over to our Thaumaturge's Guild to finish off this quest and pick up the next one. It's nice we've been able to consistently stay ahead of the quests in terms of XP and stuff. Not Sapphire Exchange, Thaumaturge's Guild. We have to been okay, we need to go and level up so that we can get access to the next quest.
What a formidable team you shall make. Hokubani, Kokobezi, and Kokobo. Ikalri, even Mormo must wither before the onslaught of your combined thaumaturgy. But before we engage at the Void Send, perhaps some time is needed for my brothers to unlearn their ingrained inclinations. Meanwhile, I suggest you hurl yourself into the chasm of your studies. Your fearless thaumaturgy is a beacon to us all.
Create the barrier that nullifies damage, totaling 30% maximum HP. Not bad.
Fortune has favored us, Akari. Kokobusi has been spotted at Vesper Bay. We cannot let this opportunity pass us by. Head there and we will, with all due haste, and with you, take these descriptions of my brother's likeness and Mormo's mannerisms. Relay this information to some of the local residents and see what you can find.
Do I just pick any people? No, okay, here we go. Something I can do for you, stranger? Now that you mentioned it, I did see a Lalafell who matches this description. He was watching the fairies come in with more than a passing interest. Looking to hire some adventurers or some such, I reckon. Okay, which one is this? This is Facing Your Demons is number 3. This is the final one for Thaumaturgy. Okay, cool. Bruh, where are they?
Welcome to the piss pasty, love. What can I get for you? Information is it? Aye, that little bloke was here, bringing a blush to all the young maiden's cheek. What he lacked in height, he certainly made up for in boldness. Left with more than one lass in his army, he did.
Well, damn. Ah, here we go. What's that, son? You're saying you're looking for someone? I believe I saw your Lalafell in the company of a couple of adventurers hailing from Liminsa, a marauder and a thaumaturge. Quite a hazard to guess. I think they were talking about seeing the area north of here.
So Mormo has chosen this as her new hunting ground. The maidens seduced by the succubus will be prepared as vessels to hold her fully restored power. I fear they will have already been slain. As for the adventurers, well, I think you can imagine what Momo intends for the thaumaturge. We must find and warn those unwitting Liminsons before the Void Scent strikes again. You are told that they may be headed north, yes? It would be best for you to follow suit.
Loaded boogies. We need these. Damn. Big damage. Still here, somewhere close.
Thanks, lad. Oh, your head, that little bastard said he would give us the Grand Tour Volda. It's been grand, all right. He took me mate further north. Think he was muttering something about Moondrip. Corey, what has befallen? I sense the presence of a void scent, but it appears you have things well in hand. Mormo is in Moondrip, a fitting place for the battle to come. It is time to finish this, my brothers. Coco Busey will be a slave to that fiend no longer.
Let's go! Oh, fuck. Let's try it again. Here we go.
I shall approach Mormo first, as we discussed. If the bargaining proceeds smoothly, the Void Scent feasts on my proffered mana, and then she should soon manifest in her demonic form. Once Mormo has fully present within this realm, that is when you unleash the seething power of the Abyss. Though after lecturing for so long on how thaumaturges should avoid such threats, I yet hold doubts as to whether such conflict is the correct path. Ikari, in your experience, what do you consider to be a thaumaturge's greatest strength?
Overwhelming destructive might.
Yes, there are none who can match our prosperity in fiery ruin. We need not run from danger, but rather employ our unrivaled powers to incinerate all that seek to harm us. I am decided. My fate awaits me. I have faith that no matter what becomes of me, you shall succeed in destroying Mormo, ending her threat to this realm.
Let's do this.
Enough, Mormo. Well, if it isn't the eldest of the cowardly thaumaturge brothers, I thought you'd be busy whimpering under your bed, wishing that I'd just disappear. I've come to offer you a deal. I know you seek the etheric energy needed to substantiate your true form, but how much time do you intend to waste feeding on these lesser mages, compared with these scribbling sorcerers and their trembling arcane flames? My power is as a blazing sun. Would you not prefer to take what I can give you? Drain my strength and assume your rightful appearance. I am sure you think me a coward, but that is of no consequence. I wish only Kokobusi to return to us unharmed. You are wise to acquiesce, mage. At long last, my true body, my true power is mine once more. I believe a stretching of the old arcane muscles is in order.
Let's do this.
Oh, no, you don't, Voidsent. We won't let you leave here alive. So you risk your lives in a valiant rescue attempt. You should not bet what you are not prepared to lose. I shall tear the ether from your very marrow.
Okay, we don't have access to that, but we can still do this. No, they're having fire.
No, for centuries I dreamed of escape. I will not be denied. Nice! We won! We won! Victory is ours! Kokobusi Kokobuki Mormo is dead! What? Where am I? Thank Thal your way, Kokobuki. Kokobusi has returned to us. Our sibling is yet to serve from him solemn stupor. Buki?
Now start CPR.
His etheric channels have contracted. They're barely sufficient enough to sustain his force of life. If we do not increase his capacity of ether soon, his vitality will drain away completely. Come on, alchemist. My mana amplifying potion. Its potency is limited, but it might just be enough. I see the battle is ended, as I expected. You did it, Kokobusi! Your alchemy saved him!
Cute.
And we would not have prevailed without you, Akari. We will bear our brother back to the ossuary. Pray meet us there, that we might properly express our gratitude.
Cute.
And with that, I believe that is a great place to end today's episode.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
I'll see you in the next one.